listening to Only the Best Herbs. Welcome to Only the Best Herbs, the podcast where nature's gifts meets your new lifestyle. I'm your host, Ryan Bolda, and I'm here to guide you through the enchanting world of natural herbs and remedies. Whether you're a seasoned herbal enthusiast or just starting to explore the power of plants, this show is your sanctuary for discovering the healing, comfort, and joy that herbs can bring into our lives. Together, we'll uncover ancient secrets, modern applications, and everything in between. So, grab your favorite cup of herbal tea, settle in, grab a blanket. Let's embark on this journey of wellness, one leaf at a time. This is your community for natural well-being. Today I'm here with a special guest. His name is Adam Collvins. We have been Facebook friends since I created a Facebook. But
at first I didn't know that you it was you and someone else. So who are you with? What's introduce yourself.
Okay, so I mean, I used to have a business partner that we created Dulce, CBD Dulce, right?
Okay.
So the dude that I have now here, this is my son. And that's what we are as far as the Dulce Boys. My business partner passed away last year in March.
Damn.
And so we had to just go back to the drawing board and just kind of refigure everything out and continue. We're still going to push it, and his family wanted me to keep doing what we're doing. So, that's why I've been pushing this so hard. And just like I said, just, educating, doing it through, motivation, being a public figure and whatnot, and just getting out there and showing people that, you don't have to believe everything the doctor tells you. And, there's a lot of stuff that goes into as far as medicating and, actually, having people that have, real results from it, that's actually had life experiences with it and stuff. And so we just, that's what our motivation is just, helping people,
That's awesome. So you guys have so you guys do CBD products and hemp extracts and stuff like that?
I mean, we did, in the beginning we had the whole website thing, and, we went and did shows and all this other stuff, but, now we've built it up into where, just, like I said, just, helping people and educating people now, I mean, I do help whoever does, whatever region they're in, I help them locate a good store, or a place that they can access it. It doesn't specifically have to be our brand, but, you know what I mean? Just helping everybody out, especially with the CBD thing. And, a lot of people think it's a joke, but there's a lot of people that do use it. There's a lot of people that use the oil that I know. And, our candies did really good, when we did have them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, we've just kind of, refigured on what we do and, and kind of how we do it or whatever, since Ron's passing or whatever. But,
so do you focus more on THC then?
It depends, man. Like I said, everybody's chemical makeup is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I help, as far as, just sitting down with them or just messaging or something like that, we'll go back and forth, and I kind of, try to kind of figure out what you're trying to, because sometimes, THC isn't the best for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's why there's that bridges the gap between, saying, hey, I don't really want to feel anything, just like, Delta 8 has its place, and, THCA and all this other stuff that's been, coming out and everything, there's markets for every bit of that.
For sure.
Some people, they do not like the way THC makes them feel, and like I said, everybody's chemical makeup different, and they'll know if it's, not done right or if it's not made right, it's medication.
100%.
No matter how you look at it. And like I said, just, answering questions for people, man. I get hundreds of messages a week, of people just asking and just, just curious about things, hey, I got this going on, and, or, do you know anything about this brand or whatever, and I'll help them dig into it, and we'll find out together, and usually people are pretty appreciative of it.
For sure. No, that's awesome. That's I'm 100% behind that. And it's funny that you say about like the medications thing, because we just ran an ad on Instagram, and it was some guy was commenting that CBD is comparable to like non-alcoholic beer. I'm like, dude, you're number one, we're missing the point. And people do that shit on purpose, like competitors and stuff. Like they post like they'll go on your page and start posting dumb shit, like trying to like, oh yeah, CBD is comparable to alcohol. Like don't be drawing those conclusions, man, because that is so far from the truth, or so far from like.
Well, when you look at it from a medical perspective, as far as a doctor would look at it, if CBD wasn't important, it wouldn't be in the cannabinoid system.
Right.
There is a certain thing that CBD does when you take it, and I'm telling you, I could, when people get on there, I'm like, dude, I can make you look real bad, especially on social media, because I'll have hundreds of people come on here and tell you it's done wonders for them. It's built back their, their sleep. They're able to eat again, and guess what? They don't feel weird after taking it. They're not worried about failing a drug test. It makes a big difference. And then when you start, showing those people those facts, I'm just like, that's why people use it. And there's a huge market for it. There's a multi-million-dollar market for it, because people actually look for that kind of, not just treatment, but cure. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with it. It's funny when I'm talking to you, because like I don't normally talk with other people who are like passionate about like the cannabinoids specifically. Like I know people who are passionate about growing. I know people who are passionate about like THC edibles. I know people who are passionate about like every part of the cannabis plant, like hemp concrete. They're passionate about that. But like when it comes down to cannabinoids, it really wasn't a very explored topic, because there's like over 540, right? So it's just funny to talk to, because like it's I don't know, I just never get to have this conversation with somebody, so it's fucking it feels good. That's, I guess, my point.
Well, and I do appreciate that, man, because a lot of people are left in the dark with that, and this is one thing that your common doctor does not want you to know this stuff, dude. I've been I have some doctors in this city that do not like me, because I've taken patients from them, and that's an honest that's an honest fact right there. That you start figuring out how to self-heal. You don't have to go to the doctor no more.
For sure.
And a lot of people don't believe that. I'm just like, dude, I'm telling you, I've lived it. I've seen marijuana do amazing things for people. I've seen CBD do amazing things for people. I've seen Delta 8 do amazing things for people. Where they're like, man, I don't have that jitteriness feeling after I smoke or whatever. It's like, actually, and I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It has its place.
CBD calms me down, like realistically. Like if let's say I take a little bit too extra THC, like maybe I miss how do you say
Dose, yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of the word. It's stronger than what I thought it was gonna be. And see, but CBD, like, it does help me balance, if that happens, it helps me balance it out. So there's just so many things about CBD that people would not expect, like the full spectrum, broad spectrum, isolate.
Well, and
the difference between hemp oil and extract, and people won't,
a government job, and you can't have THC in your system, dude. I'm telling you, CBD is for the win.
For the win.
I got buddies that have high security, clearances, and they have some, serious jobs, and they love having access to something that they're like, what, this is great. I don't have to sit there and worry about it, them busting me on a piss test,
For sure. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's dude. That's what makes CBD so, you know what I mean, so universal. You know what I mean? It's just like it has its place, and I'm telling you, the flower that's starting to come too. It's amazing, man. Some of the CBD flower that I see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, I'm just
I'm
like, wow.
excited. I have some too. I have some. I know what you're talking about. They have some like some really cool strains, like at least the menu I just seen, and they have been focusing a lot more on that, like CBD dominant flower that is more genet. Like how do you put it? Like put more thought into it, kind of like the THC strain. So it's messing with
Exactly.
the terpene profiles and stuff like that.
Hmm. Because people love, if it's grown right, dude, people love smoking it.
Yeah.
That's always going to be the biggest thing. Everybody likes to smoke weed, but there's some people that just they can't smoke a hardcore THC, but you know what I mean. It just it busts them down. Indica's a heavy thing for some people, man. Um,
That's awesome. You forget though, it is like CBD right now. I'm not even joking. CBD right now here in Michigan costs more than THC products.
oh, dude, yes, yes,
You know?
especially if you get like an honest, like a full spectrum CBD oil, that shit's not cheap, man.
Hmm.
Um, I have a lot of people that I know that how they medicate is they drop the CBD oils through onto their belly button, dude, and they self medicate that way.
What? I ain't never heard
Yeah.
this.
Yes, dude, that's a big thing. That's a really quick way to heal. Like if somebody has like Crohn's disease, or somebody has real bad, like, dude, I know people that have battled pancreas cancer like that.
I
You know,
never heard the belly button thing.
Yes, dude, or you know what I mean. There's ways that our bodies, just like an epidural, or not an epidural, but like a suppository.
Uh,
You know, that is a really big thing for these people that have colon cancer and all, problems down there, dude. I'm telling you, like this, this is the latest stuff as far as like the current event stuff that's coming out. Beginning 2024. People are really excited about. It's like, dude, cannabis is moving, man. So is CBD, man. It's moving.
hell
Uh,
yeah.
and it is like, yeah, if anybody ever has any questions, because some people are like, man, the oil, like this, like, yeah, you can take, your CBD oil or whatever. I mean, anything like that you can put to your belly button, dude, and it goes directly into your system.
Hey, I encourage anybody who's listening to this right now to get in contact with Adam, man. He's a wealth of knowledge, obviously. I never heard of that before. How do we get a hold of you? We just going on Facebook? Do you have a website?
We did have a website up on Google, man, but I've kind of diverted, ever since Ron, passed or whatever, we really haven't been offering our product. We kind of just been kind of just educating. So yeah, you can find me on, the Facebook. I have a TikTok and I have an Instagram too, and it's all under Adam Collvins.
Sweet. That's awesome, man. I'm glad. I'm really happy that you're doing what you're doing. You guys seem like a good team. Come on here and do this podcast with me, so I definitely appreciate it. I gotta know though, how long have you been like advocating or even with your business? Like
Oh,
when
dude,
did that start?
dude. I mean, we go back. We dude, we had a hidden dispensary in the city, since 2008.
Okay, hey, where are you located by the way? I'm sorry.
We're out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Texas. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I got you.
And I mean, we just, I can't tell you how many, just how the game goes. Just making sure people have access. I don't want to be too specific, because it's not all the way legal here, but making sure that people are taken care of. We put our heads together, and we figured, around 2014, you know, all these states were starting to legalize and everything. And, we were out in Denver out there in that time. And, that's when, Ron and I decided that, that CBD would probably be, a big thing by 2017 or 2018. And sure enough, man, it kicked off like a field goal, and it went it was a perfect shot. You know, we got into COVID and we were so busy during COVID, dude. There was no traffic out here, and the Metroplex. We have some of the busiest traffic in the United States, and I couldn't believe how many people were just in their house and wanted something. You know what I mean? I mean, we stayed so damn busy, and that's what built this brand. You know what I mean? I mean, just it was COVID was a lot of people lost their businesses, and we were able to just thrive through it.
How do we like because I know you're not selling anything really too much right now, but how do we support you? How do we how do we how can we support what you're doing?
Well, I mean, honestly, we do have a little bit of merchandise or whatever, but and that's more of a private thing. It's kind of if you know us, you know what that brand means. You know what I
Right.
mean? We like it to be a private, kind of a private thing, but we're definitely out there making differences, and trying to whoever's honestly seeking knowledge or trying to have some kind of understanding through it, especially when you're going through a cancer episode. There's so much cancer right now because of what I don't I know a lot of people won't agree with me when I say this, but you know I've seen it. Cancer's exploded since they started giving everybody the COVID shot. um and
That's
that's
an interesting statistic.
it's 100%, man. Like I can't believe just ever since around mid 2021, man, I started hearing, and a lot of people were in contact with me about cancer coming back, and after them getting the shot, and uh yeah, it is it was really eye opening for me. I'm just like, wow, people that were you know you know had thought that they had it all beat, and they went and took they took the shot or whatever, and they're like, dude, why is my cancer back? And they have this new term called turbo cancer, which has never been a thing until the last 2.5 years. It's just there's a lot of really weird stuff going on in our medical industry, and I don't trust any of these people, man.
Me
um
neither. That's why we're doing this shit, man. That's why I'm glad. I was really excited to get you on here because although I know we really don't like exchange.
said, this is all about medicine, and we have a hemp program here, and I'm full, got all the stuff that I need to make sure that that we're going by what we follow the rules, and the
Right,
regulations.
for sure. I just
But
know how Texas is, though. Texas is just so strict.
it is, man. But as long as you have a good seat, as long as you have a good testing, a good testing, you're good, man. And your stuff's packaged right. You know what I mean? They won't mess with you.
Right.
Uh, like I said, you really got to be, being stupid. Some of these people out here, it's like they're not going to worry about a little joint or a little bit of weed like that. But if you're carrying 25 pounds with you, they're gonna say something.
Man,
Yeah,
and it's crazy because you said you used to live in Denver.
No, we didn't live in Denver, dude. I just during when Colorado was in the process of legalizing it, dude. I was back and forth to Denver with a very well known person named Johnny Magar, which he's a very good homeboy of mine. Shout out to you, dude. Uh, we were going back and forth with him getting into the industry, and he's a professional joint roller. He's one of the top growers in the nation too.
Really, I'll have to look into that. I'm
Oh yeah.
glad you bring him up.
Oh yeah, man, check him out, man. He's a dope ass dude, man. He does his thing, and we the Dulce Boys definitely support him 100%. He's a good dude, man. He's out of Oklahoma City. Uh, and he, like I said, he does his thing, man. You have to check him out.
I'm gonna have to put one of your shirts or something on our website, man. I have to
Yeah,
help.
dude.
I have to help in some way, man. I would love to put like one of your shirts or one of your head, like, or just an item of yours on there, just to show support because it's fucking sweet.
Dude, I appreciate that, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could figure something out, man. Um,
Send me a link. It's done. I'll make it a page and everything.
well, and I'm even down to, sometime maybe even, coming out there and saying what's up, coming out there for a weekend and, coming out, doing something live together like that or something. I'm we're going to start doing some things like that. Like I said, I want to be hitting some events and, just being out in public, educating people. When you see our brand, you see that Dulce emblem, man. You know what it is.
Exactly. Just it's repetition, and that would be fucking awesome. Hey, if you're ever in the area, even if you're by like the Ohio border ish area, just let me know. I will fucking meet you, man.
Dude,
100%.
yeah, like, and flights are cheap, dude, and we could definitely do something like that, and especially collaborating and just getting this stuff out there, man. You know what I mean? And just educating people, man, showing them that there's another way instead of just being backed into the corner by your doctor.
The 50 Shades of CBD.
Yeah, because there's some places out here, man. Like I said, I mean, yeah, they don't play, man. Some of these state troopers out here too, man. You got to be by the book because they do check that stuff, man, and they make sure. But we've never had any hiccups, man, and we've never had any problems. The Fort Worth police support us 100%. We do a march here every year downtown. It's an avocation march, and I have a buddy named Sean McAllister. Shout out to him, and he's the one that puts on the march down there, and we have hundreds of people that go down there, man, and we do like a huge march of just supporting marijuana and the access to any kind of medical cannabis or any of that kind of stuff, that, and we get a lot of love from the city for that.
And this is in Fort Worth.
Yeah, this is in Fort Worth when we do it, man. I don't know when we're going to do it, the dates for this year, but I will definitely post them when I find that information out.
Yes, please do, because that's the kind of information I'm looking for too. Like, that's exactly what I'm kind of advocating events. You're hitting it right on the head, dude.
Yep, that's what we do, man. Is like people want to know what's going on around in your area. I'm pretty sure that we know somebody in that area that has a dispensary or has something going on. I have friends that have, places in Denver that you can stay in the hotel and you can smoke. And I got, buddies that, have all kinds of cool dispensaries all over the United States, man. And, like I said, just supporting each other, and even if it is just, liking a post or, just, interacting with each other every now and then, like I said, we get a lot of love from people, man. And it's really appreciative for sure.
People how do I say it? They underestimate the power of social media because it sounds to tell people, man, you can just like and share my stuff. People are like, man, shut the fuck up. Like that, you're too extra, you're too this, you're too that. I'm like, but you don't understand the power of social media. Like these little things that you take you half a second to do, like, and it's really it is support more than people think. It's so funny to say that, and it sounds dumb, but dude, it's fucking true. I'm sorry, it's fucking true. It's so weird to say that.
Oh, it's 100%, dude. The networking on there, when everybody, like I said, I go back to when we had all the lockdowns and all that stuff, and and people were on their social medias, and I went from having like maybe 1,000 friends on the Facebook, to a lot of people, they wanted to know what was going on. A lot of people were like, man, hey, we want to continue to listen, and tap into what what you guys have going on and stuff. And it was just like, now we have, especially for what we do, I never figured I would have, this many followers just for, especially, just cannabis information. But people do there, like I said, they want to know, and that's what we're here for, is to make sure that we're able to answer questions and just help people.
Hell yeah, it's like I think that's what they're calling it now, is like legacy. What are they calling people who've been involved with the cannabis industry? I think they're calling it like legacy people or legacy cannabis people, or just people who've been in it for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
it's been a long, like I said, man, it's been a long, awesome, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. There's people that are like, man, it's easy what you do, and I'm like, dude, you don't understand the blood, sweat, and tears and the miles and, you know, how many different things that we have to do to get to this point. You know what I mean? Like, we have worked our asses off.
This shit is not fucking easy. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier than this. I'm not joking. I thought that, but man, there's just so like there's a lot of positive that comes along with it, but then there's just like a lot of negative, like just people. It's mostly just people trying to bring you down, I guess, for the most part. But it's just there's a lot more to this than people realize.
You know, especially like, you know, and I know a lot of people are going to agree with me when I say this, but you know, my family does not support what I do at all. They think that it's, you know, but I proved them wrong, especially with, you know, the states passing it, and then just these stories of these people, and you know, you got, you know, the Colorado University doing studies saying that it doesn't impair your driving ability, and you know, just you know, information that where it just, you know, makes people that even love you, man, they put their foot in their mouth, and it's like, dude, I'm not doing this to be cool.
Right.
You know, when you have somebody that's very close to you that comes down with cancer, and that's the last option that they have, you're going to do any and every damn thing that you can do to help that person. Even if they aren't going to make it, you make them as comfortable as you possibly can.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that's you know, like I said, just being that person in your family. I knew my calling at a very young age. You know, and I stayed true to what I believed in, man, and you know, I took it and I ran with it, and I've never stopped. I've never looked back. You know,
I'm glad you have it, man. Regardless, I think I would assume your family is proud of you, even if they don't support what you're doing. Like you're following what you want to do, what you believe in. And you put up an excellent point too about the cancer, because that part goes right over people's heads. You know
dude,
what I
it's hard.
mean?
It's hard, man, especially when you know, you've had somebody that you know, you looked up to, and you know, they were there, and you know, it's just that, you know, sometimes, you know, people are like, well, see that, you know, cannabis didn't work, and it's just like, it's not going to work every time. But I've seen it, you know, do 180s on people's, you know, situations too, man. I've seen, you know, breast cancer, I've seen skin cancer, dude, where, you know, I'm like, wow, it's an amazing thing, man. It really is.
Incredible.
Oil, you know, Charlotte's Web CBD, you know, like I've seen those stuff, you know, seen a lot of really cool things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and when, you know, that's the kind of stuff that you have to bring to people's, bring to people, you know, and then they start to understand. They're just like, man, you know, I'm like, that's what I'm saying, dude. This isn't some made up story. You know, these are people's lives that have been changed because of it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna. I greatly appreciate you, dude. Honestly, I look up to you because I follow your stuff. I know you've been doing this for a while. I look, you know, I take some of your advice, to be honest with you. You know, I see some of your stuff and the way you guys do things, so I appreciate that. You know, so there's that, and then we're gonna get you back on the show here soon, because I think we're gonna have to end up doing like more episodes, pretty much. Like instead of one a week, we're gonna have to do like 3 every 2 weeks or something. You're gonna have to add like an extra one in there. So I'm excited to get you on the show if you're wanting to do it, and you see what, you know, see where it's going and like what could happen on many different avenues. I would be like really happy to have you involved.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely down, man. I would love to collaborate like that, man. Like I said, it help us out both tremendously, and you know, like even when we do have this March, you know, that's coming up, maybe we could figure out maybe how to get you down here, you know.
Dude, I'm down. I'm 100% down. 100% down. That would be sweet as fuck.
Yeah, dude, we gotta make sure that you're really comfortable, and like I said, it would be a good experience for you. You know what I mean, and see how many, especially out here in Texas, dude, how many people are, you know, passionate about it. Uh,
I want to go. I want to go to Texas. I've been wanted to go to Texas. Bro, we're
awesome.
gonna meet up in person. I already know it. So it might not be you know, today, tomorrow, a month from now, but I know we're gonna be meeting up in person one day. I'm confident of it.
Me too, man. Like I said, I like what you do, and I like, I respect what you do, and same thing, dude. I pay attention to, how you present yourself, and just how you're passionate about your brand and stuff, dude. I'm right there with you. Even if a lot of people are like, oh man, yeah, because there's always going to be haters, man. There's always going to be somebody that's mad that because you're doing it and they're not, and they can't fucking stand it. Excuse my language.
No, you're good, dude. Unfiltered. Go unfiltered, man.
So it's you get a lot, it's especially friends from the past and stuff, and they're just like, oh yeah, so what, you think you're big time now, or something, and I'm just like, dude, it has nothing to do with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people aren't just loving my stuff because I was nice to them, or what I mean, because I was like, no, dude, it's like people I've helped them in some kind of way, you know what I mean, or that's why we have those people that interact with us like that. No, it's not a popularity contest at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's by interacting with people and helping, trying to help, and you can't just sit there and expect shit to come to you. You don't just get into the cannabis industry. I learned that the hard way. Like, it's the cannabis industry has to accept you, like in general, like even in the statewide and federal side level, because there are many brands out there, and you could be easily replaced. So you have to show people why you are superior in every way possible, and
Unique, man. You have to be unique in what you do. You have to be unique in how you move and how you present yourself, and what you present, why you present it.
fuck
There's a
yeah.
lot that there, like, we walk it, we live it. I got a lot of people that are just, they've seen us just in the in the process of making this happen, and being there, and just you know applauding us the whole way. Like I said, we got some really good supporters in the city, man, and how much love we receive when we do go out to local events. We went to the Louis the Singer and the Paul Wall show right before New Year's, and we got a lot of love out there, man.
It's
We go,
awesome.
it is, man. It's really cool when people recognize your brand. You know what I mean? Especially when you're private, and same thing with cannabis, because a lot of people, they see that even if it is CBD, they're just like, they automatically think drugs. So it's like, there's a mix of people. Depending on where you go, a lot. Most people are accepting, but then you have some people that get real offended of it. You know.
I know, man. It's weed. They're just not. You just can't get past that part, that stigma of it. It's weed. That's it. And they're not changing those people's minds. I've came to a conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
funny,
hard.
man.
You might be able to get through to some of them. You might, but like, man, there's some of them are so, man, they're so difficult. But then there are the people who want to learn too. And then there's like the people who insult it because secretly they want to know more about it, but they're just like, it's weed, so I don't want anything to do with it.
Dude, I got people that private message me, and not behind their spouse's back or anything, but I got some women that will message me, and they're like, man, yeah, I need access to a joint. You know what I mean? Like, can you help me out? Or just little stuff like that. And I'm not anywhere in the area, but I help them access what they need. And you're just like, it's crazy that you have to medicate behind somebody's back like that, or be in those kind of situations. But dude, I'm telling you, when somebody has it, man, I'm telling you, Crohn's is not a joke.
People make you try to make you feel bad, but yeah, Crohn's, continue about Crohn's because it's fucked up. Crohn's is bad.
Yeah, and just when somebody's stuck in that situation, and the medication's not helping them, that the doctor's giving them, and they're and this goes for a bunch of people, man. They're just like, dude, when I smoke, or I eat an edible or something, it calms my stomach, or my stomach's not all achy, and I don't feel all hurting and stuff like that. And I'm like, it is, dude. Like, it's sad that people have to
I rarely get sick. Rarely.
Me too, man. Me
Rarely. and like cannabis, I do the hemp side of it, and I do the the marijuana side to it. So,
Mhm.
like I'm feeling pretty balanced all the time.
Yeah, dude. Well, like on the other side, dude, I'm an engineer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I'm a mechanical engineer, and I still work a full-time job and do the whole, I got 15 years in that company. Uh, and I have to, I work around high pressure ammonia. So I have to be certified pretty much like a firefighter, dude. I have to be able to support an apparatus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take a pulmonary test every year. And these nurses are like, man, they're like, dude, they're like, man, you got some lungs, dude. Like, and that's why I tell everybody, dude, it's living proof. I don't have to say anymore, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I live it.
That's
Uh,
fucked up.
yeah, dude. And it's I love dabs. There's nothing wrong with enjoying weed. There's a safe way to enjoy it. There's a time to enjoy it. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people just gotta they gotta wise up about it. You just in the last week, in the past weeks, the UFC, they just started accepting, they're not going to be worried about THC anymore. Just like the Major League Baseball did, just like the NBA has done.
I'm really excited to see how cannabis legalization and how they um, handle that in the future. That's pretty exciting, but that is all we have for this week. Feel free to reach out to us with your experience, questions, or even just to say hello. Until next time, take care of yourself and one another. Embrace the power of nature. Stay curious, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay connected. It's been a pleasure to be part of your day today. You think you have what it takes to be only the best? Reach out to us. Operations at surgeonsolutions.org.